dispatched from the 1400 metre marker. Sylvester the Cat's on the left-hand side. Mr. Roy is alongside. Procol Harum towards the outside. Caritage and Admiral's Guest. There's a line of 5 going into the turn. Monte Cristo towards the inside, 3 lengths off the tempo. Seattle Skyline a little bit tight between runners there, racing 4 lengths off, and Amazon King towards the back of the field. Caritage, she's picked up the lead from Admiral's Guest. Mr. Roy is racing in second. Procol Harum's on the outside. Further back in the running is Sylvester the Cat in 5th position, 4 lengths off the leader. On the outside, Seattle Skyline. Monte Cristo sits quietly and Amazon King sees all. 600 to go. Admiral's Guest now attacks Caritage. Sylvester the Cat goes to the inside. Mr. Roy's between runners. Procol Harum could still have running in him, going to come towards the outside. 3 to go. Admiral's Guest, Mr. Roy, Caritage. Sylvester the Cat's on the inside. Procol Harum's trying to close in. On the outside, Amazon King runs on. Mr. Roy on the inside. Amazon King's picking them up stoutly. Procol Harum on the outside. Mr. Roy goes with them on the inside. Amazon King and Mr. Roy. Mr. Roy pulls it out the fire. Mr. Roy from Amazon King. Seattle Skyline and Procol Harum. Well, Jason Gates gets more out of number 1, and that is Mr. Roy, the son of Western Winter. Amazon King looked like he was going to run past 150 to go, but Mr. Roy finds more. Half a length victory. Amazon King second. Seattle Skyline third. Procol Harum head twisted sideways. Looked full of running coming to the 300 metre marker, but just flattened out. Monte Cristo and Caritage. Mr. Roy, one off the inside. The orange cap comes through to strike the front. Amazon King made up the ground extreme outside. Mr. Roy's on the inside. It's tight racing quarters on the inside. Monte Cristo nowhere to go. And Procol Harum also, as Mr. Roy just starts to shift out for a stride. Amazon King got to him, but Mr. Roy said, not today. Mr. Roy wins. Seattle Skyline also just eased short of the post there, so a little bit of interference and jostling inside this 300. But number 1, Mr. Roy, comes back for more. Back to the studio.
Right, Mr. Roy's won another race. He's a good-looking Western Winter this. He's tough, and they went and claimed with the young apprentice. Well done, Al. The tactics paid off.
Yeah, Paul, obviously it's always a bit nerve-wracking putting a 4-claimer on, but you know, this kid does ride well. He's a good judge, and if he just holds his nerve and he needs to grow up a bit, and yeah, you know, he's a nice rider. So I'm so chuffed for him. He rides a lot of work for us, so I'm glad we could give him a winner.
Yeah, he rode it perfectly, timed his run, and was strong in the finish.
Yeah, Paul, he listened to the instructions to the T, you know, that Kevin had given him. So very pleased. Well done to Roy and to Lama Scroll, who bred him, Sally Bruss, that owns the mare. Yeah, very pleased.
Any more runners?
We got a horse in the last, Brave Crusader. Didn't run well last time on the poly, so putting him back on the grass. So just hoping for a better run. I'd just like to thank our sponsors, Hollywood Bets, and well done to Kevin and the whole team at home.
Excellent, well done.
Thanks.
Here comes the youngster. We're just waiting for young Mr. Gates to come and have a chat with us. He rode this winner. Take your time, son. No rush. Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Come around here so the public can see you, because they've got to get to know who gave this horse such a good ride. Well done.
I just want to thank everyone for giving me the ride. Mr. Wright has been supporting me. Mrs. Wright, thanks for giving me the opportunity. Yeah, so he ran on really nicely, and I gave him everything I had. He gave everything back.
How many winners you had?
I've only had 2 now. So my first one was in Joburg.
Yes.
This is my first one in KZN.
Well done. It's certainly going well, and keep it up, because riding like this, you're going to get a lot of rides.
Thanks so much.
Well done. There we go, a good young apprentice, young Mr. Jason Gates, who rode Mr. Roy to victory here for Roy Woodley, for Lamas Kroll, and of course for Alison and Kevin Wright.